Hey, how's it going? I know I haven't been on YouTube for a while. I will try to explain that. And I wanted to talk more um, just about what's been going on in my life. Sorry, I'm a little distracted. There's a hockey game on. But I wanted to talk about just some things that have been happening in my life recently. I've been going back to church, getting more involved into church, getting more spiritual, trying to learn more about God and learn more about Christ and various things in the church. And it's really rad. It's really great that, I walk into church every weekend, or I go anywhere that's church oriented, and I just feel so much love in the room, and it's just great, and I love it, and it's so much better than, it's such a good relief and a good place to go to when, like, you go to school and everyone's just kind of, like, bagging on each other. I know Yik Yak is, like the Yik Yak craze just hit my school this week, and it's just so bad. Like, Yik Yak is awful. It's just like a giant gossip thing. If you haven't heard of Yik Yak, don't bother looking at it because it's just a bunch of crap. But Yik Yak is basically like the burn book from Mean Girls. I don't know if you've seen that movie, if you know what I'm saying, but that's basically the joke that people have been saying. And I just want to say, Yik Yak is bad. Don't look at Yik Yak. But anyways, I'm pretty sure you all know what it is. But basically, I just realized that, like, church is just so much fun for me now. And I also wanted to talk about something that I experienced very recently, and I've experienced numerous times in my life, but I just thought about making this video, and this one is going to be about spiritual healing and people healing, whether they're healing you or whether you're healing them. As a person with cerebral palsy, I think that, I remember the very first time I was healed, or was attempted, I'm not healed, obviously, but very first time someone tried to heal me, I was very young. I was probably going into 6th grade. And I just remember feeling a very weird thing as they were sort of praying over me. They had their hands on me. And I remember just, like, feeling totally in a trance. It was like I was just, like, it just felt like I was stoned or something, or on drugs, but I wasn't. I was just, like, totally in a trance, and, like, goosebumps on my skin, and, like, it was just a weird feeling. And I remember I could hear people, the people who were praying on me, they were speaking in tongues, and I did not know what that was. So obviously that, like, blew my mind, and once they were done, I started walking, but I was still walking the same way that I had walked. So in my mind I was thinking, wait, like, is this supposed to work, or what's happening, how come it didn't work? But I believe that it did work, because it sort of, I don't know, it just kind of changed me after that. I remember just feeling more aware of the world. And people have to realize that, like, I know some of you may be wondering that too, like, why doesn't God heal me? Whether it be depression, whether it be addiction, or whether it be any sort of physical disease or cancer or anything at all. I think when it comes to spiritual healing, it happens when it's supposed to happen. It happens if it's supposed to happen, if it's in God's will, if it's, in God's plan. I believe that God has a plan for everything in the world, whether it be good or bad. God has a plan for it, and people have to keep that in mind. Whether, no matter who you are, no matter what you've been through or where you're going. And so spiritual healing, my opinion on it is, I'm not going to ask for someone to heal me, but if somebody volunteers to heal me, or, pray on me, and pray on me with their hands and stuff, I'm not, I won't be upset with them. I'll be like, okay, brother, thanks for doing that. I'm stoked every time someone does that, because it's not bad for someone to do that. I'm very flattered when somebody singles me out and tries to heal and just heals me and prays on me. And it's great, and I love it, and it just shows me that God works through people on earth. And it's so great, and I love it, and it's just fun to go to events like that and just places where there's so much people worshiping and just having a good time. I was at a friend's house last night. It's actually a friend inviting me to her friend's house, and she invited me, and there were people there that were asking to pray on me, and I was just like, okay, go ahead. I don't mind. I'm glad and I'm happy that you're wanting to pray on me and pray for me. And it was so just great to have that and to make new friends, and it's just fun. But I wanted to encourage people to not be offended when someone tries to pray on you or heal you. If you're suffering from especially if you have a physical disability, I know sometimes people might be like, well, why are you trying to heal me? What's wrong with me? Nothing is wrong with you, but people are trying to sort of just ask God if this is in His plan. People are trying to sort of see what's in the plan, I think, if that makes sense. So that's my video on spiritual healing. I hope that you can it was a short one, I'm sorry, but I will do more spiritual videos and maybe religious things and Christianity. But that was really something that I was thinking about last night even, so I really don't know all that much to say about it. Other than that, I've been doing good. School's going good. Spring break is in a couple weeks for me. Spiritual healing. That's it. And let's see, I don't know if I got everything, but just the main thing is don't be offended when people attempt to prey on you. And it's nothing, realize that it's nothing when someone preys on you and tries and is healing you and praying on you, and if it does not work, or if it doesn't come out the way, there's no way it didn't work. Something happened, but maybe it just wasn't the right way that you wanted it to. I know that people tend to sort of abandon their faith after things like that. If someone prays on you and then it doesn't work. I understand that completely. That was one of the reasons why I strayed from God in the beginning. But don't let that keep you from loving God. And don't let that separate you from God. Because if it doesn't happen, it doesn't happen. And if it's not, there's no reason why it couldn't have happened. It just doesn't happen, We don't know. There's always a bigger picture. That's one thing that you need to realize, is that there's always a bigger picture for every little detail. God created everything, and He created everything just very fine detail, like a very ancient or medieval artist. Every little detail is just in there, in this world, and everything has a purpose. Even things that aren't alive have a purpose. So I think, whether you get healed someday or not from whatever you're having, realize that you're meant to live the way you're living for a reason. If that makes sense. I know this is a different video. Obviously, not a lot of you guys maybe understand what I'm talking about. Maybe you don't get it. Maybe you've never been to church. Maybe no one's ever prayed on you before. But I mean, maybe it will happen someday. It's bound to happen. So I just wanted to sort of share my story. I know not a lot of people have had the need to be prayed on. So I think I just wanted to share my opinion on that. And I hope to talk to you guys soon and give an update on what's been going on. And I'll see you later. Peace.